Let's do a little bit of lunchtime learning. I'm going to show you how I line up my beard. And normally, if I was to line up your beard, or your husband's or your boyfriend's beard, hopefully, if you're a woman, you don't have a beard, unless you're the bearded lady. I use this type of razor. It's a Dovo Shavet, and you've seen me put the blade in there. It locks it into that little insert. Slide it in there like that, and then I'll do the shave with that. It's not bad. It's almost foolproof, and I think if you're going to go with a straight razor of some type, I really think that this is a great thing to do for yourself. Get one of these, learn how to use it. You have to actually try hard to cut yourself with it. I use a straight razor. I just strop this, and I'll show you. Strop it like this. Take a look at this video. And what I did was I put an edge on it. Okay? This is a traditional straight razor. It's quite incredible. This is German steel. There's Japanese steel, like my shears are made of Japanese steel. The razors, straight razors like this, are German steel. But let me show you how I will line up my beard with this here. Okay? Now, I don't do that perfect line that you see like a lot of guys get, a lot of young guys with the dark hair. And that's a look. It's a valid look for those that like it. It doesn't look good on me. I like something a little choppier, like what I would call like a sawtooth pattern. And what that does is kind of creates a more natural line so that when it starts to grow out, I can actually get a few more days out of it because it doesn't look like the line is growing out. So let's just take a look. I'm hoping that you can see this here. Okay. And I'm using just this tip of the razor. I'm not putting like more than like 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch on my face at one time. So I'm not creating that perfect line that you see in a lot of the barbering shaving videos. And I do it dry too. And what I do is a lot of times I'll stretch up and stretch down. And as you get older, your skin isn't as tight. So I find myself kind of like blowing my cheeks out like this. I'm putting air in my cheeks to make the skin a little more taut. Do whatever you have to do to tighten up your skin. It works. A lot of people will go like this, stretch like that. When I work on a person's face, I usually do the stretching thing. You know how like you expand a picture on your smartphone, if you want to see something up close, you kind of expand it like that. When I'm working on somebody, I will expand their skin and I get a really nice stretch, and that really is what creates a close shave. I'm unable to do that because I'm looking at things in one dimension. I'm not able to wheel around anyone. So when you're working on yourself, you have to kind of adapt. So this is an adaptive method. So I kind of stretch in one direction and then kind of puff out my cheeks a little bit. I only have a little bit to go here, so. And then when it comes to the stash, I will get the majority of it with my, the detailers that I have. Let me get those, hold on. You've seen those before. For instance, the shape of my stash. Someone asked me, is this my natural stash or does it go all the way up? It actually does go all the way up. My hair grows out of my nose and down. My stash would be like really super thick if I didn't bring it down. I kind of like this style better for this beard. So I will take these and I will create that like this. Like that. I will do that. And then in order to keep that sharp, I will hit it with the straight razor like this. And you have to stretch. Remember, grab your nose and pull it up. Stretch. You got to make weird faces when you do your own straight razor work. It's like that old joke, hey Rosie, go like this. All right. Some of you old heads know that joke. Stretch. Stretch. All right, so I'm going to do the other half off camera, but let me give you a close-up here. So this is my, and I do this about once a week, this is my beard, quote unquote, lined up on the side right here. It's a little choppy, but I like it that way because it's more natural. And then my stash, you can see my stash here. Okay, I lined that up for you. And typically what I like to do, see like the lines on my face right here? This is kind of like how the angle of this area of my stash, so I want this to be consistent like this. Can you see? I haven't figured out what to do with the soul patch yet. I've been just kind of waiting till it gets long so it doesn't stick up. But that's what you do. I know some guys pluck the hairs up here. And some people wax. You know, I've seen people put the wax on and whoosh, tear off the whiskers, and the brothers that are the pluckers. And I'm not a brother plucker. And that hurts too much. I am not into causing more pain in my life. I want less pain as I get older. So for me, just using a razor and a detailer is the easiest way to do it. I hope that helps. Don't try this without training. One of the things I do is I offer straight razor shaving classes, and those people say, well, if you have a beard, why would you want to take a class like that? Well, if you're the kind of person that lines up your beard, then taking a class like this would be perfect. Because if you just learn safety techniques of how to hold the darn thing, because, you know, it's a weapon as well. And a lot of people will get a straight razor without getting training. Think about this. They will get a straight razor without getting training. They will try to shave themselves. They cut themselves. It's not a great experience. And then what do? Fold it up, it goes in the drawer, and they never use it again. And they go back to, you know, brand name razors and electric razors, that kind of thing. One of the things I do is I do offer a shave with instruction. Rather than just leaning you back, I actually teach you as well. And so you're getting instruction on how to use this and also getting a shave. So that's something that you can also opt to do as well. It costs obviously a little bit more because I'm spending more time with you, but it is so worth it. It's almost like when I rode a motorcycle for 30 years before I took the motorcycle safety foundation course, and I cannot believe that I rode 30 years without knowing the things that I did, and I am 10 times safer. I mean, everything from pushing on the handlebars to leaning into the curves to, braking with all your fingers instead of just like 2 of the fingers, doing the curves on like inside, outside, inside, just like those things alone. Learning those little techniques just made my motorcycle riding so much safer. And I think if you take a course, a one-to-one course in how to use a straight razor, I think it'll increase the pleasure. So on Saturday mornings, while it's still quiet around the house, you fill up the sink with water, and you can get in front of the mirror there in your bathroom and just have a nice, relaxing shave. There's no hurry. And I know guys that just use a straight razor once a week. And if you have a beard, there's really no reason to use it more than once a week, just to line things up. And I'll teach you everything of how to line up your beard, line up your mustache, and also the dreaded throat area. So let me know if that's of interest to you, and we can make that happen. All right, hope that helps. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.